Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new live stream. This is Tassif, and I'm here to talk about a humanitarian crisis. But before I go into the discussion, I would like to see who is here, who's joining us for the live stream. Frank is here. Hello, Frank. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Frank. Anyone else here? I see somebody else just joined. And I see 2 likes already. That is great. That's a good start. Please announce yourself in the live chat window, my friends, as you are joining this live stream for a discussion. You know, I do live streams every night, and no matter what, I try to maintain my my everyday schedule, okay? Although I don't have a specific time when I start the live stream. Sometimes it's 10 p.m., sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 11:30, but schedule in terms of being able to do a live stream every day. That's what I try to do, a live stream every single day. That's my goal. And so here I am. And so it's truly wonderful to see when my friends from different parts of the country, different parts of the world are participating in the live chat. The live chat is open. It is not restricted at all today because it's open to subscribers and non-subscribers. And so as you are tuning in, feel free to introduce yourself in the live chat window. My friends, reportedly, smugglers have abandoned 2 migrant girls at the southern border. Saw this in the news. This has been reported. This happened at the US-Mexico border in Texas. 2 migrant children were abandoned by smugglers. Okay? Just think about it. 2 migrant children were abandoned by smugglers, okay? And do you know how old these girls are? Or I should say how young? 5 and 9 years old. 5 and 9 years old. Very young children. And just thinking about the migrant children and thinking about their age and the fact that they were abandoned by smugglers at the US-Mexico border, that will help any person understand the seriousness of the issue. Small children, you know, what do they need? What do they need? Can you tell me, what do young children need? By the way, let's see who's here. Frank is here. I already greeted Frank. Gianna is here. Hi, Gianna. Good to see you. Gina is here. Hello, Gina. Kushi is here. Hello, Kushi. So, thinking about the issue, and maybe I'll pause for a little bit because I see people are still coming in. So, let me pause for a little bit. So, Frank is here. And Frank is from Florida, right, Frank? Gianna is here from New York. Gina is here from Louisiana. And our friend Kushi is here from La Crosse. By the way, Kushi's name is Jay. Jay is here from La Crosse. Am I right, Jay? It is Jay, right? Jay, Jay. Phoenix is here. Hello, Phoenix. Thank you for being here. And Kushi is saying yes. So Jay is saying yes. Give me 1 second here. More people are tuning in. I see that. Phoenix is here. Hello, Phoenix. Okay. All right, I'll continue. So, young children, I believe, and you can share with me what your thoughts are. I believe that young children, they need a stable home. They need a stable household. They need a stable home environment. And they need the warmth of their parents. Young children growing up, they need to feel secure and they need to feel safe. They need a routine in life. A routine is important for a child's proper development. A routine in life is extremely important. There must be a time to wake up in the morning and then eat breakfast, healthy breakfast, go to school, spend time learning, spend time with friendly classmates, socialize, interact, and then learn from excellent teachers, play sports, engage in extracurricular activities, come home, enjoy the company of parents, eat healthy meals. I mentioned healthy breakfast, healthy meals throughout the day, go to bed on time, get sound sleep, and then get medical care as needed, get special attention as needed. Children overall, they must feel safe in the environment in which they live, and they must feel safe doing everything that they do. And sadly, my friends, thousands and thousands of migrant children, for thousands and thousands of migrant children, the reality is very different. Okay? The migrant children, for them, the reality is very different. I just told you what should happen, what ought to happen, what kind of environment children should be in. Safe and healthy environment, access to good food, access to good medical care, access to good education, having the company of parents. But for thousands and thousands of migrant children, the reality is very different. One of the greatest tragedies of the open border policy of the Biden-Harris administration is the uncertainty that the migrant children face, the violence that the migrant children they face. Think about the two children that I mentioned, 5 and 9 years old. They have been abandoned at the border. Two girls, 5 years old and 9 years old. Think about them. Think about what they might have gone through, what they went through prior to being discovered by US authorities. They didn't just appear at the border, in the wink of an eye. How did they get to the border? What kind of life did they see? What kind of experience did they have as they came to the border, or I should say, as they were brought to the border, right? I mean, 5 and 9, children that young, they can't just show up at the border by themselves, right? They were brought there, which is something I mentioned, right? They were abandoned by smugglers. So what did they go through as they were brought to the border? How did they feel when they were being abandoned, when they were being left alone? Reportedly, these girls are from El Salvador, and they carried a note with an address and phone number. That's all, address and phone number. Abandoned at the border. 5 years old, 9 years old. The smugglers abandoned them at the border, according to reports. There have been many cases of unaccompanied minors who were rescued with notes that included phone numbers or addresses. So adults likely place these unaccompanied minors at the border, hand them a note with an address, phone number, and then these children are discovered by US authorities. And there are many cases of children being abused by cartel members and smugglers, children becoming victims of violence. There are many horrors that take place, all because of an open border policy, because of the wide open border. Let me see who's here. Bill is here. Hello, Bill. Bill from Vegas is here. Gray 59 is here. Hi, Gray 59. Firestorm, a viewer named Firestorm is here. Okay. Hi there. Spencer is here. Okay, Spencer. Okay. All right. A viewer is saying, hello, can we pray? Okay, I can't pronounce your name. It starts with a Q. I don't know how to pronounce it. Noah, a viewer named Noah is here. Noah writes, hi, my name is Noah, and I liked and subscribed. Have a great day. Well, thank you, Noah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ron from Texas is here by the name of One Texas Miner, our friend Ron. Audrey is here. Hello, Audrey. Thank you for joining the live stream, Audrey. Our friend Crockett is here, who's really Shannon, right? Shannon is here from South Carolina. Okay. All right, my friends. Please like this video. That's how you can help this channel grow. Tommy Brown is here. Juma is here. Is it Juma or is that how you pronounce it? Juma? Okay. Erie is here. All right. I like to pause and get to know people. So let's see. All right. Okay. I just blocked somebody because of repetitive comment, and that's what I'm going to do. Barbecue Pitmaster is here. Hi there, Barbecue Pitmaster. It has been a while since I've seen one of your comments on the live stream, unless I've missed something that you said. Barbecue Pitmaster, good to see you. How long has it been? Xander is here. Hello, Xander. Okay. Barbecue Pitmaster says, busy, my friend. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Barbecue Pitmaster, and everyone who's watching. Everyone who's watching, okay? All right. All right. Okay, lots of viewers coming in. All right, great. Okay, my friends. The federal government, whenever children are left alone at the border, the federal government becomes responsible, the US federal government becomes responsible for these unaccompanied children. And what's shocking, and I know many of you probably know this already because it has been in the news for a while, And I'm going to share with you this for anyone who may have forgotten, or for anyone who hasn't heard this yet. What's shocking is that, according to the Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General, more than 32,000 unaccompanied migrant children did not show up for scheduled immigration court hearings. So 32,000 unaccompanied migrant children had not shown up for scheduled immigration court hearings. And ICE reported that more than 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to appear for their immigration court hearings from fiscal year 2019 to fiscal year 2023. You can go back and look at the report on the internet. There's a report called ICE Cannot Monitor All Unaccompanied Migrant Children Released from DHS and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services custody. You can go and look at the report. The report is publicly available, and you can see that 32,000, more than 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to appear for their immigration court hearings over a period of few years. Susan Epp is here. Hello, Susan. Susan Epp from California is here. Susan, I did get your email. Susan gets my e-newsletter because Susan has subscribed, has signed up to get my e-newsletter. Susan, I did get your email, and during my live stream yesterday, I talked about the information that you shared with me about Hawaii. Okay, so Susan, thank you for sharing that. Real tragedy in Hawaii. There were fireworks explosion and people died. Ian is saying, greetings from Estonia. Wow. Thank you, Ian. And then it says, you're terrified. So people here are commenting about my look. Somebody says, bro, dye your hair. What's wrong with my hair? You don't like it? We're here to discuss social and political issues, both domestic and international. And a few people here, they are talking about my hair and my looks and all that. Okay. All right. Okay. What's wrong with my hair? I mean, I'm in my 30s. What do you expect? I'm going to have all like dark hair, you think? Especially, you know, this is politics. This is what politics does to your hair. People age faster in politics. Okay? The hair can turn gray faster if you are involved in politics. All right. Okay. So, my friends, we're talking about a very serious issue. Very serious issue. If you want to read more about this matter, that more than 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to appear for their immigration court hearings, you can look at the report, and the title is, and I'll share with you this once again, the title is ICE cannot monitor all unaccompanied migrant children released from DHS and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services custody. This is unacceptable. The fact that 32,000, more than 32,000 migrant children are basically missing. The US government doesn't know where they are. Okay. It's unacceptable. This is what has been going on in this country for years. And first of all, what I say is, how did the 32,000, more than 32,000 migrant children even end up in the United States? We should have complete control at the border. We should have complete control at the border. We should not allow a single undocumented individual into the country. If they don't have a visa, if they don't have authorization, they don't have permission, no entry. No entry. What the smugglers, what these brutal people, the cartels, the smugglers, what the criminals have been doing is they have been abandoning young children at the border. Something needs to be done to stop this. Something needs to be done to stop this. The Biden-Harris administration's open border policy has resulted in massive humanitarian crisis. Lopez is saying, if you think about it, that's 64,000 parents that are missing. That is true. 32,000 children means 64,000 parents. Where are these parents? Where are these parents? All right, more viewers are tuning in. This is what I'm going to do, my friends. I see a lot of viewers pouring in. Okay. And I appreciate the fact that viewers are watching. But I do see some trolls and haters who are here just to disrupt. And so what I'm going to do is I will put this live stream in subscriber only mode. So now only subscribers, those who genuinely want to participate in the live chat, will subscribe and can participate. You don't have to agree with me. You can subscribe, you can tune in, and you can disagree with me, but it's gonna be in subscriber only mode so that we're not dealing with trolls and haters here. Okay. Misty is here. Hi, Misty. Our friend Misty Adams from Pennsylvania is here. Hi, Misty. Good to see you always. Thank you for continuing to support this channel. Yeah, all you got to do is subscribe and stay subscribed for a single minute, 1 minute, and then you can participate in the live chat. Minnie is here. Hello, Minnie. Good to see you. One Texas Miner, our friend Ron is here. Minnie is here. Misty is here. Susan Epp is here. Who else did I miss? Audrey is here. And there are others. Please subscribe, wait for a minute, and join the conversation. Shannon is here. Shannon is Crockett from South Carolina. AC Cruz is here. Our friend Angela. AC Cruz. Okay. So a viewer named CDC has been saying some stuff that YouTube is actually moderating. I can see it on my end. You can't see it on your end. And that's because those comments are not good, okay? You can see some of the comments, but there are more comments that you can't see because YouTube is detecting some abusive language in those comments and moderating. So what I'm going to do is block this individual. All right, so I have just blocked the individual named CDC, okay? And by the way, that's kind of a strange name to have in the a strange name to have on YouTube. Like CDC is an agency. Why would you select an agency's name, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure this individual has nothing to do with CDC. Just chose those initials for whatever reason. I don't know. People do all kinds of things, right? All right. Okay, so thank you everyone who's here. So as I was saying, it is unacceptable what we know about the migrant children, what we don't know about the migrant children, I should say, because we don't know. The federal government claims to not know where these 32,000, more than 32,000 migrant children are. They did not show up for their immigration court hearings. Many is saying sad situation. It is really a sad situation. It's a scary situation. It's an unacceptable situation. And so the Biden-Harris administration's open border policy has resulted in a massive humanitarian crisis. So we are waiting for January 20th when Donald Trump will be sworn in as the next president of the United States of America. 47th president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. We are waiting for Trump to officially enter the White House. So each day that the border remains open, the crisis worsens. The crisis gets worse each day that the border remains open. So Donald Trump has to address this problem. The new administration has a lot of work to do. And then my question is there a way to find out where these 32,000 missing children are? What condition are they in? Where are they? What kind of living environment are they experiencing? More than 32,000 missing migrant children. Where are they? We don't know. We don't know where they are. We don't know where they are. Freshly is here. Hi, Freshly. Good to see you. That's our friend Jake from New York. Okay, a viewer is saying 320,000, not 32,000. What I'm telling is ICE has reported what I'm referring to. It is 32,000. What I'm telling you is that ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has reported that more than 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to appear for their immigration court hearings from fiscal year 2019 to fiscal year 2023. That's what I'm referring to. That is 32,000. Now, you may be talking about a different issue, a different number, a different matter, okay? I'm talking about the number of children, unaccompanied children, who failed to appear for their immigration court hearings. That's more than 32,000. Does that make sense? Melissa is here. Hi, Melissa. Robert Hunter saying, please dig deeper. No, I understand that. There are different numbers, right? There are different numbers. Even when you look at, let's say, adult illegal immigrants, we can talk about how many crossed the border in a total in a 4-year period under the Biden-Harris administration. We can talk about how many were deported. We can talk about how many were gotaways. We can talk about how many have criminal convictions. We can talk about different categories and different numbers. So what I'm referring to is 32,000 unaccompanied children who failed to show up for their immigration court hearings. Okay? So 32,000 unaccompanied children who got a notice to appear, but then they failed to show up. That's what I'm talking about. But then there are other numbers. For example, give me 1 second. Oh, my computer is slow. So there's another number. As of May 2024, ICE had not served NTAs, meaning notice to appear, on more than 291,000 unaccompanied children, who therefore do not have an immigration court date. So, if you, hold on. So if you add 291,000 and 32,000, then we're talking about more than 320,000 unaccompanied children, right? So that's the bigger number, more than 320,000 unaccompanied children, okay? But this is according to the OIG report. This is as of May 2024. ICE, according to this report, okay, whatever I'm telling you is from this report. As of May 2024, ICE had not served notice to appear on more than 291,000 unaccompanied children who therefore do not have an immigration court date. And this is according to the report as of May 2024. So that's 291,000 who had not gotten a notice to appear, but 32,000 received a notice to appear and did not show up for their immigration court date. So the bigger picture, I think that you are referring to, is more than 320,000, but I'm talking about the 32,000 children who got a notice to appear and did not show up. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, no, Robert, I get it. What you're saying, that you are in Texas. So the problem is actually way bigger than what these reports will tell you, in my opinion. Okay, so like when we talk about how many illegal immigrants entered the country, some will say, oh, more than 7 million, more than 8 million. Some will say more than 10 million. Others will say more than 12 million. And that's because there's so much of uncertainty, because we don't know. And especially when you look at the gotaways, the number of gotaways, that is always an estimate, because you never know how many people actually got away. That is, how many people were not apprehended by Border Patrol, how many got away. So, people throw different numbers out there. Some throw out, smaller numbers. Some throw out larger numbers. And there are debates about which number is accurate, which one's not. But what I will tell you is, you can read all these reports and almost always know with certainty that the problem is way bigger than what the reports will tell you. I mean, you can go look at government reports. As I said, I'm looking at a government report right now, which is where I'm getting the 32,000 figure from. But the problem, the overall problem of illegal immigration is way bigger and way more serious than what these reports will tell you. There are people on the ground, people who live in the border communities, people in Texas, people in New Mexico, people in Arizona, California, people who live in the border communities. They are seeing things with their own eyes. They are seeing the impacts of illegal immigration in their community. So they don't have to look at numbers and figures and data and statistics, because they can see the seriousness of the problem every day with their own eyes. So, I understand, Robert, what you're saying about 320,000 and I completely get it. Like I said, the numbers are broken up, right? 291,000, according to ICE, did not get a notice to appear as of May 2024. 32,000 got a notice to appear, did not show up. But when you add those numbers up, it's more than 320,000. So, what do I tell people? I always say this, and you've heard me say this before, that you don't need an economist to tell you that inflation is bad. You don't need an economist to tell you what the inflation rate is, or how much prices are going up, what percentage. Because if you are a consumer, if you go and do grocery shopping, if you buy household essentials, if you buy gas, if you buy, whatever, you can see how bad inflation is. And I've said this before, right? So, people who live in the border communities, you don't even have to be close to the border. If you just live in a border state, wherever you live, in Texas, wherever you live in New Mexico, wherever you live in Arizona, you can probably understand how serious this illegal immigration issue is. You don't need, statisticians or government agencies to tell you, oh, these many people crossed, this is what's going on, because you are seeing it in your own community. Just like I don't need an economist to tell me whether inflation is going up or down, because you know what? The way I know about inflation is because I go and shop, because I'm buying bread, I'm buying jam, I'm buying fruits and veggies and eggs and meat. So when the prices will go down, I'll know it. When the prices go up, I know it. I don't need an economist to tell me what's going on. So, my friends, the people who live in the border communities, they really feel the issue. Robert is saying, we feel it, sir. Yes, Robert, I understand. Because you are seeing the impact. You are in Texas. You're seeing the impact. And we have other friends here from border states. I don't know if they are from border communities. They are from border states. Like AC Cruz, our friend AC is from Arizona. Okay. So border state. One Texas Miner, our friend Ron, is from a border state, Texas, just like Robert Hunter here. And there are others. There are others. Who else is from a border state? There are friends from California, like our friend Susan Epp is from California. That's a border state, although California is kind of long, but California is a sanctuary state, so it is a heavy border state. And who else is here? Who else is from a border state? Anyway, I'll let you answer. But the other thing is, every state is a border state right now. I mean, you think I'm in Wisconsin? You think I'm in Wisconsin and I'm not in a border state? I am in a border state. I am in a border state. Wisconsin is a border state. Illinois is a border state. Minnesota is a border state. Colorado is a border state. New York is a border state. And I'm not talking about the northern border. I'm talking about the southern border. Okay? Every state is a border state because of Biden-Harris administration's open border policy. We have illegal immigration issues right here in Wisconsin. Right here in Wisconsin, we have illegal immigration issues. You go to Whitewater. You go to Whitewater, Wisconsin. Do you know where Whitewater is? Whitewater is in Walworth County. Whitewater is a very nice community, but that community has now changed because of the influx of illegal immigrants. There's a community called Darlington. Same issue. Influx of illegal immigrants. There are many, many communities right here in Wisconsin that are being severely impacted by illegal immigration. So every state is a border state. Even if you are not in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, you are in a border state if you live in America. Fepson is saying, I'm in Jersey and it's out of control here. Yeah. Audrey is saying, I'm on Long Island, New York, but my neighborhood has changed a lot. There's a lot of illegal aliens. Yeah. Many communities are severely being impacted. They have been impacted and they're still being impacted by illegal immigration. And so, my friends, it is unbelievable what's going on. And so Donald Trump has to address this problem. The new administration, Trump administration has a lot of work to do And my question is there a way to find out where these 32,000 missing children are, and many more beyond 32,000? What condition are they in? What kind of living environment do they have? Those are all questions, and we don't have answers. We don't have answers. But Donald Trump, I trust Donald Trump. I have full confidence that Donald Trump will be able to address all these issues. I have full confidence that Donald Trump will secure the southern border. He will secure the northern border. He will secure the maritime border. He will secure America's airspace. Donald Trump and his policies will keep us safe. And Donald Trump will enforce our nation's immigration laws, and he will deport the illegal immigrants. Let's see, my friends, who else is here? Anyone else who has joined, who has not participated in live chat yet? Audrey is saying, I have full confidence in Trump as well. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, does anyone want to talk about the speaker's race, the House Speaker vote, the House Speaker election that's coming up? It's on January 3rd, for those who don't know. Time for the new Congress to choose a new House Speaker. Not a new, but you either re-elect Mike Johnson or get someone else. Misty is asking, whatever happened to the drones? Great question. By the way, okay, before I get to the race for the House Speaker, I'm going to talk about it. So, in previous Congress, 118th Congress, it was Speaker Mike Johnson, and now the 119th Congress is going to begin. Is it going to be Mike Johnson elected again to be the speaker, or is it going to be someone else? We'll talk about that, but let's talk about the drones first. Shall we talk about the drones first? Okay, who wants to talk about the speaker's vote and who wants to talk about the drones first? Please write speaker's vote if that's what you want to talk about first. But if you want to talk about drones first, write drones. We will discuss both topics, but I just want to know which one should we talk about first. I'll wait for 30 seconds. I'll wait for 30 seconds. Susan says drones. Hi, Susan. Susan is saying drones. Okay. Misty is saying both are good topics. We'll get to both. Robert says drones. Melissa says speaker. Drones. It seems like the drones are getting more votes here. All right. Drones. Okay, let's talk about drones. Let me talk about the drones first, okay? So, the update is that we don't have updates. The update is we don't have updates. Here's the thing. It's one or the other. The drones are either US drones or they are foreign drones, right? One or the other. US drones or foreign drones. If it is US drones, then it's either US military drones or US civilian drones, right? But people have reported that some of the drones are the size of SUVs and cars. Okay? When you think about drones being that big, a drone being the size of an SUV or a car, it cannot be a civilian drone. I mean, it cannot be like a photographer who's operating a drone, to take pictures or whatever, or local law enforcement using drone for some investigative purpose, whatever it may be, okay? Or a realtor using a drone to capture pictures of a property that he or she is going to put on the market. It's not somebody with a hobby of flying drones. When you talk about drones that are size of cars and SUVs, my common sense tells me it's not going to be like civilian drones. It's not drones that the average American has purchased and is using for whatever purpose. So if the drones are US drones, either those are government drones or civilian drones. I don't think those are civilian drones because civilian drones can't be that big. Now, if those are government drones, the question then becomes, why is government, why is government operating those drones? It can be a hobby. It can be like, oh, let's just, here we are, a government agency, let's just get some drones out in the air. Those drones are there for a reason. What is that reason? That's my question. Okay? If those are US drones, US government drones, whatever agency, okay, pick any agency, let's just say US government drones, why are those drones flying? Day after day, night after night, week after week. What's the purpose? I don't think the government will be flying drones just because they feel like flying some drones. There's got to be a reason. What is that reason? Okay. We don't have answers. Now, if, let's say, so we were looking at, okay, US drones, either government or civilian. So that's what we looked at. Now let's look at another possibility. If these drones are foreign drones. Foreign drones, then same question. What does foreign drones mean? Drones being used and operated by a foreign private entity or a foreign government entity. In either case, it's a scary situation. No matter how you break it down. If those drones are foreign drones, it's a scary situation. Doesn't matter if it's a foreign government operated drones or a foreign private entity operated drones. If those are foreign drones, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And then the question would be, how could foreign drones, fly over US cities and towns for weeks and weeks? Our government can't allow that to happen. So if these drones are foreign drones, it's really a scary situation. And if these are US drones, I'm sure these are not US civilian drones. These must be US government drones. Then the question is why? Why are these drones out there in the sky? What's the purpose? And you know what? We don't have answers. We don't have answers. That is what bothers me the most. That is what bothers a lot of people. Our friend Michael Brown is here. Michael Brown, so good to see you, Michael Brown. We were talking about you, Michael Brown. Okay, I mentioned you. Like, I haven't seen Michael Brown. It's been a few days. What's going on? So it is so good to see you. Our friend Michael Brown from Australia. Thank you so much. Auditron is here. Hello, Auditron. Hamilton's here. So our friend Ron, who goes by the name One Texas Miner, is asking, Tassif, what's your personal opinion, US or foreign? Ron, I wish I could answer that question. It is such a sensitive topic. It is such a sensitive topic. I really don't want to say something without knowing what it is, you know. I know it's good to be able to answer questions, and there are so many different issues where I share my personal opinion with you. I talk about what I think something is. In this case, I really can't answer that. It is such a sensitive issue. And you can share with me what you think if you wish to. But you know, the other thing is, if these drones are foreign drones, there's really no way that US government would allow these drones, like if these are foreign drones to be flown by foreign entity, whether it's foreign private entity or government entity, for weeks and weeks. Okay? It is just, I just can't, I don't know. But then again, if these are US government drones, then why isn't the government saying anything, right? So I don't know. I don't know. So there's one very interesting statement from Donald Trump, and you've heard it before, and this is probably the closest we got to knowing an answer, knowing an accurate answer. Okay? Donald Trump said, and last month he said this, we are in January, he said this in December, he said, this is Donald Trump, president-elect, he said, the government knows what is happening. He said, and for some reason they want to keep people in suspense. Trump said the government knows what is happening. And for some reason they want to keep people in suspense. It's a longer comment that he made. I'm not reading the whole comment. I'm just giving you the two most important parts. The government knows what is happening, and for some reason they want to keep people in suspense. So there's that. So I really don't know what to say about the drones. We just have to wait for answers, and I'm hoping, you know, what I'm hoping for is that Donald Trump will start his office January 20th, and I hope that Donald Trump will reveal to the people what these drones are about. Okay? So I think because Trump said the government knows what's going on, they want to keep people in suspense, I think what Trump is going to do is share with us the truth after he officially becomes the president. Right now, he is still president-elect, so there are things that he can talk about, there are things that he cannot talk about. But once he becomes the US president, he can talk about stuff. He can talk about things. He can tell the people what's going on. Heidi is here. Hello, Heidi. Good to see you. Okay. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about the House Speaker's election. Michael Brown is asking, why are the drones such a big deal anyway? Well, Michael, anything unknown creates, anything unknown leads to some reaction, right? Especially drones, because people understand that drones can either be great or really bad. If drones are used for good reasons, then drones can be tremendous help, right? I mean, drones can help law enforcement track criminals, search for missing people, just drones can be used, for example, in so many different law enforcement scenarios. And in our personal lives too, in our professional lives, drones can help. I know realtors, they use drones to take pictures of properties, right? And then photographers use drones to capture images and stuff, and the list goes on, right? So drones can be used for very good reasons, but then if drones are used for malicious purposes, then that's something that people are concerned about and scared about. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I was missing my hat, and I also needed to go get some more water. So what did I miss? DSAR is writing, where did our leader go? Okay, well, I'm back. Yeah, I had left my... Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me. Yes. Okay, Shannon says yes. All right. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, I did two things. I grabbed some more water and I got the hat. I had left it in the other room, so I thought I'm just gonna go grab it. Okay, so let's talk about... Oh, I was talking about the drones. So if drones are flying night after night, weeks after weeks, and people don't know like why there's suddenly a surge in the number of drones flying over their neighborhoods, what's going on, and they contact their local law enforcement, they contact their state leaders, they contact federal government, and no one is able to provide an answer, that would naturally lead to more questions and concerns and worries, right? And so that's exactly what's happening. I think it's not like the drones. It's about not knowing why there are so many drones flying and then not getting answers. And then, as I said, some people are concerned that some of these drones are very big. These are not small drones, very big. So what are all these big drones, size of cars and SUVs, doing? Flying over cities and neighborhoods. So anyway, my friends, we'll talk more about drones maybe in a future live stream, or I might do a podcast episode on it. But what I want to talk about now is the speaker's election, the House Speaker's election. It is already January the 3rd. It already is January the 3rd. Right here in the Central Time Zone, it is 12:10 a.m. January the 3rd. In the Eastern Time Zone, it's already January the 3rd. Okay, Mountain and Pacific might be a little behind, but they'll catch up. It'll be January the 3rd soon, okay, for my Pacific Time Zone friends. January the 3rd is when the House in the new Congress will start, the House of Representatives in the new Congress, and the first order of business would be selecting the Speaker. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire math again, but 219 Republican House members, 218 votes are needed to be elected Speaker. Speaker Mike Johnson, he can lose one vote, one Republican, and still be the Speaker if all the other 218 vote for him. But Thomas Massie, Congressman from Kentucky, he has said he's not going to vote for Mike Johnson, so that's one lost vote. If Mike Johnson loses one more vote, he's not going to be the Speaker. Anything less than 217. Now, there could be other scenarios here with some members voting present and all that. It's too complicated. It's too detailed. I'm just keeping things very simple. 219 Republicans in the House. Mike Johnson needs 218 votes. The Democrats are not going to vote for Mike Johnson. Okay, I think we can assume that. No Democrat's going to vote for Mike Johnson, okay? It doesn't seem like it's not going to happen. The Democrats, they're going to go with Hakeem Jeffries. They're going to go with Hakeem Jeffries. But the Republicans, if 218 Republicans unite and stay united and vote for Mike Johnson, then Mike Johnson is going to become the Speaker again, even if Thomas Massie doesn't vote for him. But it appears as of now that Mike Johnson may not have the votes needed to become Speaker. Okay? So, I don't know what's going to happen. I think we'll find out in a few hours in the morning. Hey, listen, it's past 12 a.m. It's already January the 3rd. In the morning, we're going to find out. Watch the news, okay? Listen to the updates, and I will be discussing that hopefully tomorrow at some point. Whatever happens during the day, I'll try to do a live stream to discuss all that at night. That's always going to be my goal, to share with you the latest updates and the facts. But at this point, I'm curious to see what happens on January 3rd during the day in Washington, D.C. Is Mike Johnson going to become the Speaker in the very first round of voting? Or will there have to be multiple rounds of voting like we saw when Kevin McCarthy was trying to become the speaker, right? There were multiple rounds of voting, several rounds of voting before Kevin McCarthy became the speaker. So are we going to see a repeat of that? I don't know. So that's all I have for tonight, my friends. I'm going to keep this live stream short. And I know it's past midnight. I still have a few things I need to take care of. So there's something I need to write, and I'll also, to be honest with you, I'll probably also go have some dessert now. Okay. I'm like, I had dinner quite a while ago, and I'm like, I'm super hungry now. So I might go look in the refrigerator and find something. But no, I also have to do some writing. I'm working on a writing. So I'm going to do some writing. Dana is here. Hi, Dana. Good to see you, Dana. Dana, we're wrapping up the live stream tonight. Okay, I was just explaining that I have to go eat some food, and also working on a writing project that I need to finish. So I'm probably going to be up for another hour. So sorry about that, my friends. Thank you so much. There's going to be a lot to discuss after we see what happens on January the 3rd. It's already January the 3rd in the Central and Eastern time zone. So is Mike Johnson going to be the speaker again? Or will somebody else run for that position and try to compete and seek votes? We have to wait and see, my friends. So thank you so very much. I am so honored, really, that you all support this channel. I'm so grateful for all the love and all the support and all the encouragement that I get from you. Okay, so I apologize that I'm ending this earlier than usual. We're just 1 hour 13 minutes into the live stream, but see, we got 62 likes, so that is awesome, my friends. I'm gonna end this here tonight, but I will be back with more live streams, more podcast episodes, more videos, more shorts videos about cooking. Okay, check those out. My YouTube shorts on cooking, check those out. Okay, thank you so very much, my friends. May God bless you all. May God bless our President-elect Donald J. Trump. May God bless the incoming Trump administration. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Frank, good night. Dana, good night. AC, good night. Heidi, good night. Misty, good night. Robert, good night. Audrey, Shannon, have a great night. Who did I miss? Susan, Ron, Melissa. I don't know who I missed, but thank you so very much, everyone who tuned in for these live streams. Okay. Jamila, good night. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Have a good night.